explains a lot. Welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Nabuurs, your host for the next 40 minutes as we attempt to make you laugh. We used to say we guarantee you a laugh, and then people started wanting to collect on the money we were guaranteeing, so now we're just going to attempt it, okay? I'm sorry if we don't, but please hang in there because we just might. This is Friday at 420, and we are all set up for another great edition. I hope you are strapped in and ready to go, much like our panel. So let's introduce him way over on my right. It's my favorite person in the room, Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? I'm excellent. I feel great. Unlike Manolis, who just flew in from Ottawa. It was a little tight, a little sore. How are you feeling right now?
Good. Loose.
You're loose? You didn't just fly in from Ottawa?
No.
No? How did that? Have you wrapped up your little your Camp Maple Leaf tour of the province yet?
No, we have one show left in Hamilton.
Oh, one show left in Hamilton. When is that?
September 26th.
September 26th. We've got Camp Maple Leaf show. It's featuring Patrick Coppolino. It's featuring Manolis Zontanos. Who else?
Jason Allen.
Jason Allen. What is that night of the week? Is that a weeknight or is that a Friday night or what is that?
I think it's a Thursday.
A Thursday?
Yeah.
And now it also show also features Mike Nabuurs. Well, I'll come out.
Yeah,
sure, why not? I'll come out.
Well, yeah, you can MC.
Yeah, I can MC.
MC it.
Sure, yeah. We're just making this judgment call on behalf of other people now. Where is the show?
It's going to be at a Royal Canadian Legion in Stony Creek, actually.
Excellent. The Legion in Stony Creek is for Camp Maple Leaf. We're doing a really good thing here for Camp Maple Leaf, which is an awesome camp for kids. And Patrick Coppolino, Manolis Zontanos, Jason Allen, and now Mike Nabuurs just added to the bill. Right here on the radio. You heard it first.
Hear it live.
Live. Baby, yeah. Screaming live into the microphone way too loudly. It's Manolis Zontanos.
Buongiorno. Is that the word? Buongiorno.
Take a knee.
Take. Now you got it in my head. I know. So I'm gonna meet a Greek person. I'm gonna take a knee.
Take a knee.
Tikanis.
Take a knees. Take a knees. Take a knee.
Yeah.
How are you, Manolis?
Good. I just got back from Ottawa yesterday.
Big headlining weekend at the club in Ottawa.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was fun.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Because I know there were some issues. They hadn't been booking you for a while. You weren't sure you were loved in Ottawa. And did it work out? Did you kill? Did you slay?
It slayed, and I ran into this dude that came to my Comedy Now years ago, taping.
Okay.
He actually, drove from Ottawa to Toronto to watch a live taping, and he came that on Saturday. So
oh, nice.
that was cool. And I got to get drunk with Jeremy Hotz.
Oh, man, what a weekend.
So that was probably the most exciting part of the weekend because
he's a funny dude, eh?
He's super funny.
Super funny.
It's not that I'm intimidated by him, but he's he's old school, been around. So I thought, and I didn't know if he was gonna be cool or not. And I was surprised he knew who I was. And then he was talking to me. Then I thought, oh, is he gonna insult me right now?
You kept waiting for the insult.
And then he didn't, and he started saying nice things to me.
Oh.
And next thing you know, we just got drunk for 3 hours.
Oh, that's an awesome weekend story.
Yeah, I was super happy because I like the guy, so I wanted to keep liking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if he started just dropping bombs on you, you'd be like, oh, now I gotta hate Jeremy Hotz.
Yeah.
I hate that. Excellent. Manolis and Patrick are always here, but not always here. First timer, please welcome hypnotist and karaoke king Cameron Davidson. How are you, Cameron?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Well, you know what? We're doing fantastic, man. Thank you, first of all, for coming in.
Oh, I appreciate you having me.
And you work out of or own the First Step Hypnosis Center.
Yes, I have a clinic. I own the clinic in Cambridge.
In Cambridge, Ontario.
Yes.
And you guys do all, and this is, we were having this discussion before we got the show going here. We're not talking about, this isn't the kind of stage hypnosis where you'd make Manolis cluck like a chicken. You could help, now you suggested helping Manolis so that he would stop touching himself.
Yes, and I can make him cluck like a chicken.
Oh, we can also do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Not touch yourself, but every time you think about it, you cluck like a chicken.
I could make him cluck like a chicken without hypnosis.
Or just want to have sex. So the girl will always leave.
Oh, you probably do some awesome work there, helping people with. I know you help people with dieting issues, right? With quitting smoking. With what other stuff can you help with hypnosis?
Honestly, it's mostly mind over matter. So anything that you can imagine, I've helped people get over traumatic incidents. There's something out there called I won't go into it, but there was somebody had hysterical blindness.
Yeah.
So they came to me. They couldn't see, and it took me a while to get to work with them, but I got them to see. And then when they went and got their driver's license back, they came back, and I said, "You don't need me anymore." But
yeah. That's like being able to make somebody see who wasn't able to see before. That's kind of a Jesus moment.
That's my Al Bundy moment. He threw for 4 touchdowns. I made the blind see.
Cameron, it's awesome to have you with us. Cameron Davidson is also working closely with our good friends at Levity Comedy Club doing a karaoke night on Tuesday nights.
Yes.
So you can go check it out Tuesday nights, karaoke at Levity Comedy Club. Where have we heard that name before?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Let's get our game going. All right, guys? We've taken enough time, enough chit-chat. This is a serious game of Friday at 420. We have 12 topics in 12 envelopes, official Bell Media envelopes. They say Bell Media right on them. And each of our contestants today will be dropping the Plinko puck. You can hear it in the background, ping-ponging around. Cameron Davidson, your first topic is topic number 4, one of the more popular topics. Number 4 almost always, it's funny, the same envelopes get used over and over again. There's a couple envelopes that have topics from about 6 months ago that have never been touched.
What?
Yes, because the Plinko board's screwed. All right. That's a whole other aside. Cameron Davidson.
Hi.
What is one insect you would get rid of? If you could get rid of one insect from the planet, which one would you get rid of?
I don't see that there's any use in the world for mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes! That's one vote for mosquitoes.
And because I'm diabetic, I'm delicious to them. So
really?
I'll go camping with somebody, and they'll be like, okay, well, I'll have it a little off here, a little off there. And I'm taking a bath and this stuff, and they're still
getting you. Yes. So mosquitoes are your see you later.
Absolutely.
Adios to the mosquito.
Get rid of them.
Manolis Zontanos, what if you could get rid of one insect? What insect do you think? Now, we may have to explain insect.
I coming home on the highway with my brother, there was a praying mantis on his shoulder when I was 12 years old, and that was really freaky to me. Like, it was the same color as his jacket.
Right.
And my brother, I see it, I'm like, oh.
They are freaky looking things,
I know.
Man.
It was this, and it was, I think he just got back from Greece with my mom, so we were picking him up at the airport. I'm thinking, oh my God, did this thing come back from Greece?
Oh, right.
Like, it's because it was so calm. It was sitting on his shoulder like it's been there for hours. So I had to get like a box. I made a mitt of Kleenexes to get rid of this bug
because they're a good size too.
Yeah. It's like it was like 4 feet long or something.
Well, you were 12. Everything seemed 4 feet long to you then.
Yes, but it was definitely like I threw it out the window, and after that I was like, yeah, I'm done with praying mantises for sure.
That's it. So the praying mantis,
it looks scary, man.
Gets tossed to the curb. Did you know as well? And this, I don't know how this would impact on you, but the praying mantis, of course, the female devours the male after sex.
So it's like,
yeah,
I'm done with you. Get out.
That's it. I'm done with you. Get out.
Yeah,
that's kind of what's happened to you.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds normal. Maybe that's why I don't like them, I guess.
Patrick Coppolino, one insect. You get to get rid of one insect. Which one are you getting rid of?
Houseflies.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the bee. That was like a bee.
I thought we need them.
You know what? We do need bees. I was thinking wasps.
Oh, yeah,
wasps would be the one. But houseflies? Houseflies drive you crazy?
No, last summer, I could have swore there was the person living above me, I thought they were dead because
there's so many flies.
So many flies coming like between the walls from the window. But they were all in the window. They stayed in the window, and then when you open the curtain, like they all start buzzing around and stuff.
Oh, see, that is creepy, man.
Yeah, but then I got I felt like a Ghostbuster because I had my vacuum with just the tube.
Oh, it sucked up all these live flies into the vacuum.
They didn't come back this summer, which is good.
Okay, so maybe the body was removed from upstairs. We're thinking, at least.
What's that one that's always crawling around the house?
Centipedes?
Yeah.
Millipedes?
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
What's
silverfish? They sometimes call them silverfish, the one with 1,000,000
Yeah, what's the deal with those things?
Well, it's just that they're just, you know what? They're actually good to have. The silverfish or the millipedes because they eat all the other insects. They eat the spiders. They eat the flies. They eat the what are they? What are the really ugly little things that come out of your lawn chair and stuff? What are those ones?
Lice?
Oh, yeah. What kind of lawn chair do you have, Cameron?
You know what? Patrick doesn't have that problem because he's bald. I am too. Manolis.
Why don't we if we got rid of all the bugs,
No, you can't.
You can't.
Why? What would happen?
The planet, that's part of the food chain.
Yeah, they do all the stuff to the trees that give us the oxygen and stuff like that.
Well, much like Patrick said, the bumblebees. I mean, that's absolutely correct. We cannot lose the bumblebees. They pollinate all the fruit trees and stuff. So no, you absolutely need to keep some insects.
Spiders, though, I've got no use for spiders either. But
spiders are.
Can you hypnotize insects?
No. Actually, I had an interview with somebody earlier on last week, and he's deaf. So he brought somebody in to sign for him, and he wanted me to hypnotize him. I'm like, well, it kind of involves you closing your eyes, and if you close your eyes.
You can't hypnotize through sign language. That's too difficult. Manolis, get up there and drop a Plinko puck. We got rid of all the worst insects in the world. We're ready to keep going here. Number eight. Earwigs. That was the one I was trying to think of. They're ugly little
cockroaches.
Damn things. Cockroaches. Didn't even think about
Enough's
that.
enough, dude. I caught one once on a trap, and I came back 2 weeks later, and it was still alive. Like it was stuck on glue. And it was still alive.
That's what they say.
Freaked me out,
they always say that the only two things that will survive a nuclear holocaust are cockroaches and Keith Richards. So they've been saying that for years.
I haven't heard that one.
All right, guys. I want you to think back. Think way back for most of us in the room here. All
right.
Give me a little high school dance story.
High school dance.
Something that happened at a high school dance. Something a favorite memory of a high school dance. Did you go to any high school dances? Did you?
Yeah, I did go to high school dances.
Were you popular? Were you the guy in the corner with no one, standing there dancing by himself, or did you?
I remember I was at a. First time I went to a Churchill high school dance. I had a lot of friends in Churchill.
Okay. So you're not at your school now. Now you're at somebody else's school.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was all, I also went to like my Glendale dances and all that too. I went to all the dances because I always, girls. I like girls. But I remember this one.
I like girls.
So I remember I was dancing with this one girl, and like I was trying to get down to her butt. Like that's the thing.
Absolutely.
So you do the like little crawl thing with your fingers.
Yeah.
That's like a centipede.
See how far you can get before you either get slapped or she likes it.
Or she likes it, or also like a lot of times you just get there and the song's done.
Oh no!
Right?
Yes.
So it's like I'm trying
to. Took too long.
No, I'm speeding up. I'm like, and I'm now my hands are like literally on her butt, and I'm like, oh my god,
this is the best day ever.
I'm like, yeah, she's not moving my hands. This is insane, right? And I'm loving it, and I just go, yeah. And I literally said this to her, and I knew it did. I go, you have such a nice, and I said. The other word, bum.
Right? Sure.
You have such
you actually can say ass.
Can I say ass?
Yeah.
I go, you have such a nice ass like this, and she goes, oh, like that's it.
like she couldn't feel it before. She had no idea.
She's like, where do we go from here? I'm like, I was like, what? But
where do we go from here?
Yeah,
really?
Because I just asked her to dance. We didn't know each other.
So
I'm a stranger just saying to her she's got a great butt.
Oh man, now you're just groping strangers.
Yes, literally.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so
that's a high school.
That was best day of my life.
Best day of my life. Patrick Coppolino, you remember back to the high school dances? I mean, you always claimed that you were kind of a little bit of a nerd in high school.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, believe it or not, I was not very popular at the dances.
You weren't very popular? You were just standing over in the corner?
Me and my friends would go. Yeah, we'd be the ones just walking around like looking for girls to dance with, and then they look at us and like, run away. But I do remember at prom, the first, there was this one girl that I actually had a crush on, but she was like one of the popular girls, but she was one of the nicer ones.
Okay.
Like she would go out of her way to she noticed that I was alone and she offered to dance with me. We danced. It was the first time I danced with a girl. And but then we got too close, and am I allowed to say boner on the radio?
Sure you are.
I got a boner.
Oh, really?
And it scared her.
So this nice girl does this really nice thing for you, and then you go and scare her away with your boner. That sounds like a Manolis story, to be honest with you.
The boner was the normal part.
No, she didn't make it weird, but I knew that she knew.
You knew that was guy got really uncomfortable really, really fast.
I didn't save room for Jesus.
That's right. Cameron Davidson, where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Hamilton.
Here in the Hammer?
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah, what high school did you go to?
I went to Glendale.
Went to Glendale, excellent. Oh, you and Manolis?
We went to high school together.
Did some time together, as Manolis likes to call it. High school dance. You remember the high school dances?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't
rock them?
I didn't scare anybody off with my hideous appendage or anything like that.
Excellent.
But I remember there was this one girl, and am I allowed to name her name?
Sure.
Okay.
As long as it's going to be
if she's listening,
degrader.
Tammy Jones.
Tammy Jones.
Yes, and I got somebody because I didn't have the nerve to go out and ask her myself, so I had somebody else ask her.
Oh, nice.
Which is a cowardly way to do things,
Sure
and
it is.
she picked up on that. And the guy's like, well, the worst she could say is no. And then he comes back with this like big grin on his face. I said, well, what'd she say? He said, go jump in a hot oil lake.
He's got the nice grin going too, to fish you in.
And I'm like, that's considerably worse than no.
That's right.
You said the worst she could say was no. You lied to me.
The worst she could say is no.
Is that her?
That's her. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
No way.
We got pictures of Tammy up on the
No,
phone now.
Tammy's one of my parents' best friends.
You're kidding.
Oh, no.
I went to Disneyland with Tammy.
Full
Jones.
circle in here, kids.
Well, put in a good word for me. Tell her I'm rich now.
Is that really her?
Yeah.
Maybe we can hypnotize her now.
Yes. Tell her Cameron's doing well now. See what she missed? She missed the Cameron
That's
boat,
so
man.
funny.
And then I picked up in college, though. In college, a friend of mine was playing Guns N' Roses' "Patience," and I come in and I start singing along, and I look over and there's Tammy looking approvingly at me, and I'm like, I could get this.
Here we go. I'm going to get this done.
Are you married?
I'm in an open marriage.
Well, you're going to be not in an open marriage soon, I think.
You're listening to Friday at 420. It's Manolis, it's Patrick, and it's Cameron Davidson, our special guest. He's a hypnotist with the First Step Hypnotist Center out of Cambridge. He's also the Karaoke King here locally in Hamilton, and he runs our karaoke nights at Levity Comedy Club on Tuesday nights. Go ahead there, Patrick. Drop a Plinko puck. We're going to get this game rolling on now that we've covered high school dances and insects. What more could we have?
12 or 8.
12 or 8? Let's go with 12 because that's easy for
let's
me.
do
That's
12.
the bottom of the pile. So
Yeah, when it slides out, you got to do the top one.
okay, so this is a comedy question, but I think Cameron would be able to answer this question just the same. What I want you to do, and this is an easy one, what comedian would you like to open for? Give me a comedian you'd like to open for. And it's got to be somebody, not just necessarily your favorite, but somebody whose stylings you fit, who you think you'd be a good opener for.
A couple years ago, I would have had this answer immediately.
Right? You don't use that answer.
Louis C.K.
yeah.
But I can't. I can't do that anymore. So,
yeah, who would you like to open for?
I would love to open for like Bill Burr or Jim Jeffries.
Oh, nice.
That'd be fun.
I saw Jim Jeffries when he came through town here. He was so good, man. What a great storyteller. And you're a storyteller when you're on stage too, right? Yep. So, I mean, those things kind of fit. Jim Jeffries or Bill Burr, Manolis Zontanos.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Netflix special. He's coming back.
Yes, he's coming back.
I hope that's true. You think it's true?
I think absolutely. He said he was.
I hope so.
He said it. So it wasn't like a rumor. He said it. Yes.
Oh, my God.
So he said he wants to put something together and do a Netflix special. And somebody on the weekend, I was talking to somebody who just said they hadn't seen it in years and they watched Delirious again. And, and they just
the
killed them, man. Just killed them.
The Delirious is...
Although they did point out there's a lot of things in Delirious you could never get away with today.
Oh, most of his 2 albums or 3 albums that you couldn't,
No, I know. But Eddie Murphy, good choice, man. That's awesome. Cameron, I know you're not specifically a comedian, but you have tried stand-up comedy. Who do you think, is there a comedian out there you think, oh, man, I'd love to open for that guy, get to know him? Or that gal.
Living?
Or that group. No, dead, living, doesn't matter. Just a comedian you love, really.
I'll go with Louis Black.
Louis Black. I love Louis Black.
He doesn't
get mentioned as right. I mean, as soon as they prattle off, who's your favorite comedian? A bunch of people. But I think Louis Black is
very underrated.
Yeah, well, and really hard what he does because he's constantly got to change his material because it is politically and news oriented, right? So that he's always got to be writing. So
I love that guy. I love him. And if it was Dad, it'd be Sam Kinison.
Sam would be good too. Louis always looks like he's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. That's his trick. I love it.
Very close. Louis, actually, sometime in the next few months, Louis is coming through. He's playing St. Catharines, and I don't know if he's playing Hamilton or not, but I know he's playing at Meridian Center in St. Catharines. So
we should hypnotize him.
We should hypnotize him. And have you guys seen the? I don't know if it's an old one or a new one. I just recently watched the documentary "I Am Sam Kinison."
I saw that too.
Oh my God, it was brilliant, right?
Wait. I haven't seen this.
It was pretty much most of it was as told by his brother.
Yeah.
Is it old or new?
It's new, relatively new. HBO's got these specials. I am Richard Pryor. I am Sam Kinison.
Oh, right. That's part of that series. Okay, yeah.
I Am Patrick Swayze's coming out.
Oh, it is not.
Really?
It is.
Really?
Yeah. I just saw the trailer for it.
I have.
That's who you were named for. Let's remind the audience. You were
Steve-
named for Patrick Swayze.
Steve Pearl. That
Because I find that funny. Go ahead.
sorry,
Sorry,
Steve Pearl used to. I don't know. I'm sure he still tours, but he got Sam Kinison gave him one of his cassette tapes, like for a set.
Right.
And then I think just to make extra money, he would sell this tape. One side would be him, the other side was Sam Kinison, but it's all stuff from a club. Him just screwing around.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
it's kind of a rare tape, but he's sold like thousands of them at shows. But I have one.
Oh wow, that's
Wow.
pretty cool. Hey, watching I thought of you, Patrick, and I know it's not technically exact, but I just thought it was kind of funny because one of the bits about Sam Kinison was that he couldn't, he was always fighting to get on stage at the Comedy Store.
Yep.
And Mitzi wouldn't ever put him on, and then she opened an outlier location. And let him sort of run that location, but he was so broke that he and his brother lived at the comedy club. So they'd say goodnight to everybody, and then they'd just sleep in the chairs and stuff. And I thought, well, Patrick kind of lives at Levity, so I thought of you. You don't technically live there.
No, but I could. I've thought about it.
I thought if there's some nights, I'm guessing you get out there late, you go, oh, I might as well just stay in.
Yeah.
Right?
I've got a green room with a nice futon.
Oh, see, it might
big
be
screen.
better than the setup at
projector,
home.
Yeah. Popcorn machine.
He was supposed to be in the Three Amigos. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
And he didn't show up for the shoot, so they sent a guy to go get him, and then he went missing for 3 days. And then they found that guy in a hot tub with Sam Kinison and 3 girls
my Lord.
doing drugs.
This is it's an amazing documentary, and it does show the complete destruction of a human being. Which
Sam
is kind of
Kinison
sad.
did drugs. I don't understand that.
Yeah, what? Really? What? And we watched the documentary. Let's drop a Plinko puck. Whose turn is it? Cameron Davidson, you're up. You're listening to Friday at 420. Cameron Davidson, Hypnotist and Karaoke King in the house. Manolis Zontanos, Patrick Coppolino, Mike Nabuurs, and number 3. Topic number 3 for Cameron Davidson. Let's see what this one is. The pizza topping you must have. So everybody's like going, what do you want on that pizza? Blah, blah, blah. And there's one you go, okay, you know what? I don't care anything else, but it's got to have this.
I'm a meat guy. Now, obviously, pepperoni is like the obvious choice, but I think Italian sausage.
Italian sausage. Got to have the Italian
I love my
sausage.
spices.
You do.
I do.
Yeah,
I
you
like
like to
everything
light that up. Manolis Zontanos, pizza topping you got to have, brother.
Mushrooms, dude.
Okay. Let's just everyone digest that one for a moment. You like the actual real mushrooms, not the kind that.
Well, either one is
okay,
fine with me.
Sure,
but
sprinkle it with those.
but the real mushrooms are good too.
You got to have mushrooms on your pizza.
Patrick, your stepdad is doesn't he?
Roma Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Roma Bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah. My stepdad's family owns that.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah. So it was funny. As I got older, I realized it was like a Hamilton staple, and all these people talk about Roma Pizza. And it's funny
But to you, it was just.
yeah, it was at every family function.
It's at everybody's family
At one
function.
point, yeah.
Everybody's family function, but more so Patrick's. And they do, because they do, obviously you can get different toppings on there, but there's also just kind of that basic Roma pizza, right? That is delicious.
Cheese and sauce, and that's
Yeah.
it.
It's just the sauce.
Yeah. What is the topping you got to have, bro?
I'm not a picky eater at all, so it drives me nuts when I order pizza with other people, and they're like, they want to get half of it with stuff.
Right,
and
yeah.
But cheese.
Oh, okay, cheese. It's got to have cheese. Without cheese, there's no point in the pizza.
Yeah.
You know what? I almost foretook sauce and cheese as being automatic.
No,
but
I've had
you're
someone
right.
that didn't
You're
want
right,
cheese on the
absolutely.
pizza, and it was disgusting.
Was that because of Roma? Because there's no cheese on Roma pizza.
No, see that, but the sauce is good.
Yeah,
you can't just get like a pizza sauce.
No.
or
Is it
Domino's.
weird that the Roma pizza guy is having sex with your mom?
Well, now that you put it that way.
Hi, Mom. She listens to every episode.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, Kathy.
Kathy works with this hot chick. I'm in love, Lisa.
Don't use this our time for trying to pick up ladies.
I love you, Lisa.
Manolis, smarten up. I've talked to you about that before. Cheese. You know what? When people do the half and half on pizza, because I'm like you, I want as many toppings as I like. Just keep loading toppings up. So then I just take a slice of each and flip them on together, and then you get the double toppings.
I was going to say you get 10 toppings on one side, and somebody else has like one.
Yeah. That's quite often what happens, right?
Do you think they role play? Do you think he comes home with a box of pizza?
Oh, delivery man! Ding dong! Pizza's here. Go ahead and drop that Plinko. Oh, we've driven the show into the ditch already. We're just barely halfway through. I can't believe you guys.
10.
You think you might be able to get through an episode without taking us off into the...
These are just, questions.
Manolis.
Yeah. Yes.
What side of the bed do you sleep on?
I sleep...
Now, you sleep by yourself most of the time, so you can have either side. But if you're with a partner... Does it matter to you which side of the bed you sleep on?
I would actually prefer to be on the right side of the bed for some reason. I'm more on the right than the middle.
The right side of the bed. Now,
but
is
not
that
right on the edge? But
is that facing? Am I facing the bed right side, or am I laying on the bed right side?
Oh, just like I lie.
This will mess them up.
I'm laying on the bed on my back, but I'm on the right side of the bed more. Like
Okay. So you're laying on the bed on your back, and it's your right side. Your right hand could reach down and touch the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like every girl that I've ever shared a bed with always just pushes me right to the edge of the bed.
Well, sure. Yeah. Well,
and
I think if you shared beds with guys, you'd find the same thing. I mean, people sleeping together.
I have shared beds with men.
Oh, wow.
And we were on the road.
We're learning something new about Manolis today.
I was sleeping with Jason Allen.
On the road.
And Jason Allen?
Sure, yeah. Jason Allen, one of our favorites. He's going to be at our Camp Maple Leaf show.
Yeah,
I said our.
He has a wife, so I guess he's
used to one side of the bed. Sure.
Well, not only that, he's been sleeping with a woman for so long in a bed.
Yeah.
That I think he just has these habits.
Oh no, he didn't cuddle you. Did
so he cuddled me.
Oh,
he
that's
cuddled
lovely.
Me. So he started he put his arm over. He spooned me.
Yeah.
And I pushed.
Sure he did.
And I literally pushed him off.
Yeah, because he had Patrick's boner.
Right. So then
from high school.
So, he's like, oh, sorry. And he goes back to bed. Half an hour goes by. He rolls back over, does it again. He's got his leg over me.
He can't stop himself.
He's got his leg and his arm all over me. And you know what I did? I just let it happen.
I just gave in to the moment.
I just stayed there. And honestly,
what am I going to do?
Yeah, it felt great. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to lie. Jason's a handsome man.
Yeah. So Manolis got Me Too'd by Jason Allen.
He really did. He really did. Yeah. Patrick Coppolino, what side of the bed, if you had to pick a side?
It doesn't matter unless your bed's against a wall like mine is.
Oh, and then you don't want the wall side?
I don't want the wall
side. Oh, you
side.
Can't do that? It's a little claustrophobic?
It's my wife and 2 dogs that end up on the bed.
Wow.
And then I'm just sideways pinned against the wall.
That's a busy bed.
So then I take the couch. My couch is the favorite spot on the bed, I think.
Good answer. Because you know what? I mean, when you are sleeping with somebody, and if they're restless at all or whatever, the worst thing you do is try to fight through that. Just go find another bed. You're much better off, because fighting that is just going to lead to a miserable night's sleep, and then you're probably going to hate each other in the morning. Cameron Davidson.
The top.
Hey, what side of the bed do you like to sleep on? The top.
You know what? There's a very funny story to that. I'd much rather sleep on the top than underneath it, because there was a time when I was in my younger years, and I mean much younger years, where I was living in a bachelor apartment with 3 other people. And we basically had to flip a coin.
That's a cramped
now, 2
room.
people would be sleeping on the top of a pull-out bed, and the other person had to sleep underneath.
Oh, wow.
And I always somehow got the short end of the stick, and I was sleeping underneath it. So I had to, every time they'd fart, every time they do anything that, I was, right at ground zero for that. So trust me, the top is always better.
The top is the best. Once you've gone through that experience, you don't really care which side, right?
I do technically, with my wife, it's on the right side of the bed.
Okay.
And I'm facing away from her because apparently I snore too loud.
Oh, well, that kind of goes with the territory, doesn't it?
So
we all do that. I like sleeping closest to the door. So,
you have to run?
I want to escape. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to protect whoever I'm with in case intruders come in.
So it's Mike, neighbors, women, and children first.
Leaving.
Yeah, I was going to say, someone breaks in, you're first one out the door.
I'm gone, man. I'm gone. There's a fire. I'm out of there, baby. Whose turn is it to drop Plinko puck? Patrick Coppolino, get up there. Cameron Davidson, our special guest from First Step Hypnosis Center. Cameron, let's talk a little bit about hypnosis. And and just as briefly as you can, as simplistically as you can for Manolis. How does that work? I mean, what are you changing people's thoughts? Are you helping them just adopt a different thought pattern?
I help them adopt a different life pattern. Basically, what it is it's guided meditation. So they do the bulk of the heavy lifting, and then I just give them suggestions on what it is.
Right.
So it's like, you prefer to be free of smoke. You were born a smoke-free person. If you were born and raised that way, it feels wonderful. You want to get back to that, that kind of thing.
Right.
And normally, like once I've broken down the barriers, they're like, yeah, I do want to feel better. Yes, I do want to breathe. Yes, I do want to do that. So once they say yes to all these things, then it's easy.
And I actually know it's funny because my my mother-in-law had smoked her whole life. At 76. She went to a hypnosis, and now she's 81, hasn't had a cigarette since. And actually only had one session, and found it. She was.
Some people are real rock stars. Some people take a couple of sessions. They're a tough nut to crack.
But her comment always is super positive experience.
It is
like just really positive, like not kind of no negativity associated with it, no shaming. Like that's what people, when you're trying to quit smoking, people are shame. You quit smoking, you're gonna get cancer, all that kind of stuff. But it's a super positive way to sort of take on this battle. And like you said, remember a time. We were all born non-smokers, bro.
That's right.
So let's just go back, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is I'm coming from a position of strength because I smoked for 21 years myself.
Right.
So I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So I can kind of guide them into the same condition that I was in.
How did you do it?
Actually, for me, it wasn't hypnosis, unfortunately. I'd like to be able to give my own success story.
I
went to a doctor for elective surgery, and he said, you know what? I'm not going to operate on you if you're a smoker.
Wow.
He said, you've got like a 50% more chance of having an infection after the surgery, and I'm not going to waste the hospital table on you.
Yeah. Wow.
So I went, okay, well, I'm going to stop then.
I've been smoke-free for 7 months.
That's amazing.
I went to a doctor. I was diagnosed with cancer. He said, listen, I can't say 100%, but he said 99% that was smoking related.
Yeah.
And I mean, nothing will. So I've gotten rid of the cancer, and nothing will stop you from smoking faster than being diagnosed with cancer. And go, okay, I understand now. Yeah, that's pretty much a big red flag saying, don't smoke anymore, dude.
That's fantastic.
If you'd like to be here. So, yes. It's First Step Hypnosis Center in Cambridge. You can talk to our friend Cameron Davidson, and he'd be happy to give you more information about hypnosis and how it might help you, not just quit smoking, but dieting. I know weight loss is a big issue, and that sort of eating your feelings kind of stuff, and you can help battle some of that. So First Step Hypnosis Center in Cambridge. We wanted to make sure we got that plug in for you. What number are we at, guys? Sorry.
6.
Number 6. This is Patrick's. Yeah, we're still playing the show, Manolis. Sorry. Yeah,
God,
Manolis,
I was thinking about all these things.
He's thinking about all these things that he could quit.
Does it?
Yeah.
Can you, like, if I had a girlfriend wanting to leave me, could you fix that?
I could. Actually, surprisingly,
you feel better
one
about
of the
her
major
leaving.
things that we do have that I do deal with on a regular basis is erectile dysfunction. So.
Oh, wow.
That's actually the problem why she's leaving.
Oh,
So it's perfect.
There you go. It's awesome, man. Patrick, here's the topic. Unfortunately, another comedy topic. Cameron, not actually a comedian, although you play one well on the radio, my friend.
Thank you.
So you're doing
Appreciate
fine.
it.
But you know what? You could still have a positive influence on this question. Here we go, Patrick. What should an audience think when someone is dying on stage? You guys run an amateur night, great amateur night on Wednesday nights at Levity Comedy Club. It can be uncomfortable, and I know, and I will bet you there are people listening right now who kind of maybe even avoid it because of the uncomfortable feeling they have if somebody's really struggling up there. Mm-hmm. So what should the audience think? Because from the comedian's perspective, it is different. You're not like, feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm working through some stuff here, right?
Well, it depends what night there's what this is happening.
Right.
If someone's bombing and they paid $20 for a weekend ticket,
I
they
can
should be thinking, I want my money back.
Yeah, you're absolutely
or why
right.
Did this
Sure.
guy get booked?
Sure.
Not every comic's gonna. But not everyone's gonna like everyone. But I took that as like they're bombing, right?
Yeah,
they're clearly bombing.
Yeah, they're clearly having a terrible night.
I don't know. I think if you're at amateur night, I mean, going into that, obviously you should assume some of them aren't going to be great, but you should remember how terrifying it is for that person to be doing that.
Right. And try to be kind of respectful at least of that, right? I mean, of the fact that they got up there, they're giving it their best shot, but that uncomfortable feeling, some people don't.
That's just part of it. And
it's
I think
just
that's
part of it.
Yeah, I think that's part of the experience of going. That's why people like going to amateur night, I think, too, is because
you don't know.
They like the mix.
It's all over the place.
They know they're still going to have a good time, but it's also fun to watch a train wreck.
Manolis, you've bombed more times than we can count. What should people think when you're up there and you're struggling to get a laugh? You're working your ass off to try to turn it around. What do you want the audience to know?
That I'm gonna be fine.
Okay, yes,
I do this.
I will survive.
I will be fine. I do this all the time.
Don't feel bad for me.
It's gonna be
okay.
fine.
That's actually really cool, man. It'd actually be cool for other comics to understand. Do you tell our other comics that you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's not like it's not me. It's them. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like at the end of the day, it's my fault that I didn't get them. But if I don't, it's like, you know what I mean? Like the problem with being a comic too is like if you do 100 shows and you kill all. And then you have one show. That's the one you remember. You're like, oh man, I suck. I got nothing.
I'm the worst.
Yeah, so we're our worst enemies like that. But
yeah, okay. But I like that. I'm going to be fine.
I'm going to be fine.
I really like that. Cameron, I want to get your take on this because you run karaoke nights, and that's a whole different animal, but has some of the same similarities where somebody might get up and just be torturing the audience with a song and things like that.
Sure.
How do you handle that? How do you deal with that, and what does that mix look like to you?
Well, I've also been wanting to bomb on a comedy stage, but it all equals the same thing, right? The torture is going to be over in 5 minutes. So
right.
Just suck it up, go through, have a cigarette if you need to.
Yes,
like smoke if you got
there you go.
But if not, the torture will be over soon. Just live with it.
Okay, and it's okay. A little humility goes a long way. We all have to have humbling experiences in our lives. It helps keeps us in check a little bit, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. When you run your karaoke nights, and I know Tuesday night at Levity Comedy Club, you've done to other clubs around Hamilton and stuff like that. What do you get out of it? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, I've been doing this for almost 25 years, and I'm a singer myself. Okay. So basically, I funny story is I met my wife. She was the host of the karaoke show that I was at.
Oh wow!
And she came to talk to me. She said, "Oh, you have a wonderful voice." And I kept on staring down at the table, and I said to her, I'm sorry. It's not like it's not that I don't want to be involved in this conversation. I'm just so intimidated by you. And somehow she found that endearing. And so she kind of latched on to me, and I haven't been able to get rid of her since. I love you, April.
How lucky is April that Tammy Jones didn't click, right? I mean, come on, baby. Yeah.
She's jealous now. You missed out, Tammy.
Oh, I am telling you, nobody's more jealous than
the singing hypnotist.
Yeah, than Kathy getting to nail the pizza guy. But whatever.
Yes.
And she knows Tammy Jones.
And she knows Taylor. It's a full circle show, everybody. Oh, so much love in the room now.
I love you, Lisa.
Woo!
So I should on an off night, I'll just grab the car, deliver a couple of pizza. Oh, you're not the regular pizza boy.
Why don't you have pants on?
Yes.
Manolis sent me.
Cameron Davidson, he's been our special guest for this edition of Friday. Can you believe it's already over? I mean, that flew by, man.
Is it over?
It's over. Yes, we're almost out of time. Cameron Davidson of First Step Hypnosis Center in Cambridge. Look him up. He'd be happy to talk you through this stuff and see if it's something that might work for you. I mean,
absolutely.
Certainly that first call is always the most important one to find out if this could be something that would be helpful.
You can come in, free screening.
Cameron, what's the best way for people to sort of look you up, find you?
CambridgeHypnosis.com.
CambridgeHypnosis.com. Also follow you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah,
what
Facebook,
do you?
Instagram.
Cameron Davidson.
The First Step Hypnosis on Facebook and Cameron Davidson Instagram.
Cameron Davidson Instagram. He'll be at Levity Comedy Club on Tuesday nights running the karaoke show. So you can drop in and say hi to Cameron and sing a song with him. Maybe do a little duet action, brother. Manolis Zontanos, what do you got to say? How do we follow you?
Manolis Zontanos on everything, I guess.
Manolis Zontanos on everything, especially if your name is Lisa.
I love you, Lisa.
Oh, my God. Who doesn't really love Lisa?
Is Lock Street still, shut down?
Lock Street's still under construction, still heavy construction. We're encouraging people to get out and support the merchants on Lock Street. Some of them are really hurting through this terrible construction period, very long construction period. And you want to point out our good friends there at the vinyl record store.
Into the Abyss.
Into the Abyss. Please go and...
you can go through... If you park down the side streets on Lock, you can get it there that way.
That's right. Yeah. Walk out there and check it out. He's got a great collection of vinyl, some other cool stuff and artifacts and that. Into the Abyss on Lock. And Patrick Coppolino, why don't you lay us down what goes on there at Levity Comedy Club during the week?
Levity Comedy Club? is not just the best place to see comedy in Hamilton.
Not just. You guys got all kinds of stuff going on.
Trivia nights, Simpsons Trivia, the first Monday of the month, which has been going awesome so far.
Excellent.
And then, Karaoke Tuesdays. But also, if you come early before any of the events or stay after any of the events, it's also a really fun gaming lounge now because Manolis
keeps loading it up with new board games.
Every week he brings a new board game. But people love it. They're playing Connect 4.
Excellent.
There's games that I'd never heard of before.
What time does Levity Comedy Club open in the afternoon? So if it's like Wednesday prior to the...
we're open at 6 any night that there's an event.
Open at 6? So open mic night Wednesday night. You can come down at 6, play some board games, and then check out the comedians?
Yeah.
Manolis, you usually try out some material on Wednesday nights. Yeah. It's when you're more likely to see him bomb, so it's kind of fun. And then Friday nights, Saturday nights, the pro shows, levitycomedyclub.com. You can find out who's playing, when they're playing, get your tickets online. Thank you, Cameron Davidson. Appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you
did a fantastic job. We really appreciate it. And most importantly, thank you to all of you for listening to 40 Minutes of Frivolity. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and we'll get a chance to talk to you again in 7 days. Until then, have an awesome weekend! Woo!